Good morning, good morning. It's Lisa from Critters'n Ink Designs. Thank you for joining me. If you're joining me, please say hello and tell me where you're from. I thought I would continue to do a couple of alternatives from the, what's it called again? The birthday sparkle kit that I did at my daughter's the other day. And we had a really busy weekend and I wasn't able to get at it, but so my live and not live the other day, I think it was on Friday that I tried to go live and it didn't go. I was able to record it and I ended up having um, to post it later because it wasn't actually live. But so hopefully today is live. It says it is, so cross your fingers. Um, Maybe I should just check my settings and make sure because I thought it was live the last time and it was not. So let me go into my settings here and double check. Oh, hi, Wendy. Thanks for popping in. So good. I guess I'm live. So that's good. I wasn't sure because when I thought I was live the other day, it wasn't. So thanks for joining me. So I won't gab too long because I don't have a lot of time either. Actually, you're in Winnipeg. My friend is actually moving just south of Winnipeg this week from Ontario. So I can't remember the name of the town though, to tell you the truth. But it's south. It's more near the border. So I'm going to drop to my desktop here, and I just want to remind you that the seasonal sale starts today. So what we have is 20% off bundles. Now typically they're 10%, but now there's an extra 10% off on the bundles. And this is for the annual sale or the annual catalog, not the whole site, but the annual catalog. And then 20% off of designer series paper, 10% off all of the cardstock in the catalog, and 10% off ink. So that's a whopping good deal. So I would check that out if you're needing anything or if you had your eye on a couple of bundles from the annual catalog. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would be more than happy to help you out. I am located in Ontario, but I can work with anyone in Canada. So if you don't have a demonstrator, let me know. So this was the kit that I made the other day while I was at my daughter's, and I was winging it. I was winging it because I literally brought nothing with me. I didn't have a bone folder. I didn't have a take your pick tool, and I didn't even have scissors. I was using a really dull pair of kitchen shears. So if you did catch that video, it was interesting, but I did manage to get these done. So this was the first card that we made. And it's kind of like a little window card. I don't know why I keep thinking my camera's over to the side. I got a new camera. So this is really, really cute. This little cake. And I think at some point I'm probably going to put Wink of Stella on these candles just because they kind of get lost a little bit. And then we made this other card, which is a little pop-up card with balloons. So that was really, really cute. And then we made these tags. And I do have a die for a cupcake, and I'm going to see if it fits. And then perhaps put just a little label on the back of this. Otherwise, you could cut out, just use one of our label punches or something and just put a little punch on the back and attach this to a gift. But isn't that cute? And then we made this tag as well. Now this tag would be easy enough. It's just a rectangle with the corners cut off. So you could easily replicate that and put some white at the back. And that would be, you could put your label there. Super cute. But I love the sparkle. I like anything sparkly. So, you know. And so these were the stamps that came with it. So it says, it's your birthday. It's kind of hard to see. It's your birthday. Yay. There's some little streamers there. What if I put something behind? Will that help? Yeah, a little bit. Little streamers and some balloon embellishments, a string for your balloon, and then here it says Happy Cake Day. Really, really cute. So to do some of the alternatives, of course, when I see something like this, you know darn well I'm going to make a shaker card, right? I love my shaker cards. And so I'm going to use one of these and make a shaker card. And then I was on Pinterest looking up some alternatives just to kind of kickstart my brain. We've had a very stressful, I don't know if stressful is the word, but two of my team members have lost family members this week. And one in particular I'm very close to, and her grandson passed away this week. And so it's been a very emotional week for us. And so I didn't get anything done on the weekend that I thought I was going to. I just couldn't wrap my head around it. So it's tragic to lose someone in your family, but it's super tragic when it's a child. So it absolutely broke our hearts. So yeah, so today I'm putting my big girl panties on and I'm getting to work. So yeah, I'm going to do a window sheet. So let me see what I have for my pieces. Do you know, I literally just had everything right here. I was so organized, and then I started piling things on my desk, and now I'm not organized anymore. So that's how I roll. Okay, so I'm going to use one of these punch outs to do my window card, my shaker card, and then I'm going to use this in another alternative. So to use this as my shaker background, or not shaker background, but my shaker window, I'm going to make a card base, I think out of early espresso. So I just grabbed my scrap thing of early espresso. So I often will make card bases and just pop them in with my cardstock so that I have ready-made bases. If something moves me and I want to jump on it and do something, I'll often do that. Now I can see where I punched out this. There's a little bit of fluff, so I'm just going to get rid of that. And clean that up just a little bit because it's fuzzy. There, that's a bit better. So this is going to go like this, and I think I'm going to pop this behind just so that we have some color, because I think with the espresso it's going to be a little bit too dark. So the first thing you need when you're going to be making a window card or a shaker card, I don't know why I keep saying window card, shaker card, is some window sheets. So I've got a bunch of pieces here. That is not going to be big enough. Our window sheet comes in 12 by 12. In a package like this, you get 2 sheets, I believe. Yep, 2 by 12 by 12. And you can do a lot of cards with 12 by 12. So I'm going to measure my window here. It is 4 by... you can't see what I'm doing here. 4 by 2 3/4. So if I cut this 4 1/4 by 3, then I should be okay. So let me just grab my trimmer. What's the weather like in Winnipeg, Wendy? It's absolutely stunningly gorgeous here. So I'm going to go 4 1/4. It's cold though. We went for a bike ride yesterday, and it was so cold that we actually cut our bike ride short because we were freezing. Oh, I can't remember what I said. 2 3/4. I'm going to make this 3. Maybe I'll do 3 1/4. We usually go, our bike ride typically is kind of anywhere between 11 and 16 kilometers, but it was so cold yesterday that we actually cut it short and decided to come back around maybe 8 kilometers. It was just way too cold. All right, so I'm going to, what am I looking for? Some tear and tape. So I'm going to put just a bit of tear and tape around the edges. Now when you're doing the window part, You don't really need to have the tear and tape all the way around for the window sheet part because the sparkles or whatever you're putting behind it aren't going to escape. It's when you put the foam strips that's where the little critters can escape. Yeah, the wind has been really crazy here too. We have a wind, we have like a weather station in our backyard that we got. I gave my husband for Christmas a couple of years ago. And the spinner was just going crazy. I don't know what it got up to, but it was really windy. And any pots of plants that we had outside that we haven't put away yet were all tipped over. And it actually ripped the cover right off of my patio furniture. That's how windy it was. And it's a pretty sheltered little patio, but boy, oh boy. Okay. So I've got my window sheet here. So I'm just going to lay this right here. There. So you can see I have my window sheet in there. And then I have my my background here, and I'm trying to decide what to do. Should I stamp "It's Your Birthday" all over it? Why don't we? Okay, so I'm just going to randomly stamp "It's Your Birthday" all over this. So let me grab a block. And I'm just going to use the early espresso. That's what came with the kit. I kind of had a half thought to do it in gold, and then I thought that really takes a while. So rather than try and line these up, I'm just going to do it randomly, because if I try and do it like in lines without drawing lines, it'll make me a little bit crazy. So I don't really need that today. I don't need any help in that department. There. Maybe one in the middle, if it'll fit. There. I think that'll do the trick. Okay. So this is going to go here in the middle. And yeah, I think that's what I'll do. So let me grab my glue. I'm going to keep it fairly simple. Sometimes I get a little over exuberant, and then it takes me like an hour to make a card. All right, so I'm just going to center that right in here. And this was one of the fronts that came with the kit. There, like that. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to put, well, what do you call this? Foam strip all the way around. Just around the edges, but I'm going to go right next to where the window is. Because if I put it, like if I was to put it down below, then all of my little shiny things would be down here and nobody would see them. So there, I'm just going to put that, actually that's hanging over. I don't think I'll do that. So if you're just joining us, please say hello and tell me where you're from. Apparently I can't stick things and talk at the same time. Oh boy. There, so you can see here, I'm making sure that nothing will escape if I have my foam strips right to the edge here. Okay, and I just need a little bit more to cover that and fill in that hole in the corner. I don't know, are any of you guys addicted to uh, shaker cards like I am? It's my favorite thing to do. Okay. I just got a message from my girlfriend who was waiting for some medical results, and it looks like they're good. I only got a second to look at it while it popped up, but things are good. All right, so I'm going to pop this over here. You've never made a shaker card? It's actually very simple. So then this is going to go here like this. So let me grab my shaker things. I forgot to grab them while I was up. So just go through your stash, like anything that you have, like sequins or like whatever you have. These are probably all retired. Oops, here I keep thinking my camera's over there. I don't know why. These are all retired, I'm sure, but use them up, you know, just use them up because they're not doing you any good sitting in a corner somewhere. So these were called iridescent shaker circles. So if you have these are really fun. They are retired. But aren't they fun? They're all iridescent little rings. Super cute. So when I do shaker cards, I just literally go through all my drawers that have shaker bits and all kinds of stuff in it and just use them up. Because, you know, all you need is for them to be on your desk and have a cat knock them over. Ask how I know. There. So I have these. They stick to you. These are really cute. And they give a little bit of color. Here's a pile of them. I think they punch them in like piles. They must have like layers and layers and layers and then just punch them out. Because you can see they're all stacked up. But when you squish them, they fall apart. Okay. Yeah, so here was they were in a pile and now I squished them and they fell apart. So that's good. And what else do I have over here? No, we had these. These were ice cream corner sprinkles from a couple of years ago. I don't know if they go with the iridescent though. I think I'm going to pass on those. I think I'm just going to use these. I'll put a few more in there. And keep an eye on the clearance page because sometimes when they're doing an inventory sweep at Stampin' Up, they'll put a bunch of things like this on clearance. Oh, well, there you go, Wendy. If you have them, try them. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to peel off my carrier sheets. So I've peeled off these two. And I'm not going to peel all of them off because sometimes I have a really hard time lining it up. And then if everything is stuck and you go to try and pull it off, your little shaker is going to go everywhere. So I'm going to, I have, this part is sticky and this part is sticky. So I'm going to lay down the unsticky part first and line that up. And then when I'm satisfied that that's where I want that to be, then I can push down the sticky business and let that adhere. So you can see now it's centered. And then I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool and I'm just going to go underneath and grab the part that I didn't release the release paper on. So I'm removing the release paper on the bottom, and then I need to do the little corner here so that the shakers don't escape. There. Make sure I got it all. We don't want any escapees. Nope, so we're good. So there's our shaker card. Super simple, right? And then I have these balloons that we had from the other day. So I'm going to grab a couple of those. So I'm going to grab 2 of the craft color and 1 of the white. And let's see. I'm going to use the same stamps that we used the other day. So let's clean this one. And pop one of these on. I don't know, you would think with this cold weather that my allergies would be better, but they're not. I still feel really allergy-ish. So I'm going to grab another block for my stripe. Okay. So I just need a piece of scrap paper here. Hold on. There. I just don't want to get ink all over my desktop and then have it spread to my card. So, whoops, sorry. So let me ink up the stripe. And I'm going to put that on an angle. And then I'll do the same with this, with the polka dots. Let's see. There. And on the inside of the white balloon, I'm going to stamp "It's Your Birthday" if it'll fit. Yep, it's going to fit. So let's clean this and take it off. I'm trying to get in the habit of cleaning my stamps off every time I use them so that I don't transfer ink. And it sounds great in theory, but it doesn't always happen. I try to remind myself, but there. There we are. And then I guess, you know, we could use these little banner, or I don't know what you call it, streamers, like little streamers. So, and maybe just put, I wonder what that would look like on the bottom of here. Yeah, that looks cute. There. Very, very cute. Okay. Alrighty, so let's see. I don't know, this kind of gets lost, doesn't it? I have a thought. I'm going to take my ink. Now, if it doesn't work, oh well. I'm just going to roll the edge of my balloon into the ink. Now, this works better on a full-sized ink pad because it's sponge, and then you can, let me try this. I mean, if it doesn't work, it's only paper. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and I'll do the same with this one. Now, I do have a balloon punch that is now retired, and I was thinking that I could punch a couple of balloon shapes out of gold glitter paper. And as I said, I'm a real believer in using what you have in your stash. So although our gold glitter paper, I think, has sold out. I went online looking for it this morning and it wasn't there. So I'm going to assume that it sold out. It was on the clearance rack. And I guess everybody bought it up. There, so there's one balloon. And I think the dark around it, even though it's not super noticeable, it does make a bit of a difference. Let me see if I can find my balloons punch. Yeah, so I found my balloon punch. It's not very big, but let's see what it looks like if we punch out a little bit of the gold glitter. You can use the other colors of shimmer paper too, like whatever you have. Have a great day, Wendy. Drive safe wherever you're going. Thanks for joining me. Okay, so let's punch out a couple of these. Ooh, that is really thick paper. There. Okay. So this was called, if you have any, it's called More Dazzle, and it was a specialty 6x6 paper. That was out a while ago. So what if we did this instead? I kind of think I like that with a little bit of gold. Yeah, I think it needed something, and I really, really like this. So let's pop this here and this here, and maybe pop another little gold one. I'll just do a little one here. Wow, that is really thick paper. And then we'll pop another gold one here. There, I think that's really cute. I really like that. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on just the side here. Like that. And then I'm going to put a bit of glue here. And I'm going to hold it. I think it takes a few minutes for the for glimmer paper to adhere because of all of the texture. This glimmer paper is great though. It doesn't shed glitter, which is really, really nice. All right, and I'm going to put this one up on the top here just a bit. Oops, see what I mean? Like it doesn't stick. You have to really hold it. So let me pop that up here. And just hold it for a second. There. Oh, I like that. I think that's very, very cute. So we'll pop that there like that. And I have the twine, which is white and early espresso. And I'm just going to tie a bow in there. Like that. There, and I'm just going to pop that right here. Make it a little bit smaller. Put one there, and I'm going to put another one on there, just a small one. I thought about just tying it around the bottom of the balloon, but honestly, I don't think that that would succeed in anything except making me nuts. So I'm nuts enough at the moment. I don't need any help. All right, so I'm going to pop this down like this. There we are. And I'm going to put one here. Actually, you know, I think I'm going to wonder if I can still move this. Yeah, I'm going to move this so that I only have to deal with one tail of a balloon. And then I'll put the other one down here. I'm not loving this twine though. Let me just check something. I have the gold and silver. This twine is in the catalog, and I actually think I'm going to use this. I'm going to make a little bow out of this instead, since we're doing alternatives. And we are jazzing it up with the glitter paper, so there, I think that's what we'll do. Yeah, I think I like that better. So that's going to go there like this, and then we'll put a little bow on there as well. There, gorgeous. Okay, and I need some glue dots. So yeah, when I was at my daughter's the other day, if you're just joining me, I didn't have any tools with me whatsoever. So note to self, even though kits are all inclusive, they don't come with your tools. So I've decided that I'm going to, I do have a couple of take your picks, and I have, I think 3 or 4 pairs of the paper snips, and I don't know, 5 or 6 of these bone folders that I usually take to classes and things like that. So I'm going to keep a kit in my backpack, because I always take my backpack with me because it has my computer and stuff in it. And I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals, even though that is a lot of bulk. If you're mailing it, you'll want to keep that in consideration, that there is a chance that, you know, it could increase your postage a little bit. So just so you know. And I'll pop one down here as well. Yeah, so yeah, I've decided that I'm gonna put a little kit together, and I was just looking for the little kit that we got at on stage last year while I was in Houston. We got a really cute little toolkit that I should just leave it in my backpack so that I always have it. There. Okay, that's that one. That one is glued, and I'm going to pop a glue dot on the back of this one. This one comes with a free cat hair. Georgie was on my desk yesterday. There. So I'm going to pop that there. How cute is that? Isn't that adorable? Love it. Love it, love it. Okay, so that's this one. So that was our first alternative. And then for our second alternative, let me just clean up here a little bit. I think, first thing I'm going to do is clean off my stamps so that we don't have a mess. Oh, you know what? I didn't do the inside of that card. Okay, let's grab a piece of, will we do very vanilla or basic white? I'll do basic white because that's what I have on my desk for the inside of the card. And I did grab a couple of stamp sets, and I'm going to use Celebrating Someone Special from the Filled with Fun stamp set. I've had this stamp set for a while, and I have not used it. And actually, the dies for this set coordinate with the Filled with Cheer stamp set as well. So that's fun. What am I looking for? Celebrating Someone Special. So let's grab this one. Now, this is a new stamp set, so I will have to clean my stamp before I use it. So let me grab a block here. And I'm going to grab a D block because that one is not big enough. So this is the block that came in my kit. So I'll just use that one. And I'm going to give it a quick clean. So whenever you have new stamps, you always want to give them a clean to get any residue, any manufacturer's residue off of it. And then what I do is I typically will just take a piece of scrap paper and stamp it a few times to, you know, just to season it a little bit, make sure that it's going to stamp well. So my block is wet here. Let me just dry it. Now, I have seen crafters suggest that you take a nail file or a nail buffer to your stamps, and I really implore you not to do that. That will scratch your stamps, and then they won't stamp nicely because you're actually damaging the smooth surface of the stamp. And then two, and I realize it sounds like a broken record, but it irritates me. Places like Temu and AliExpress sell supposedly Stampin' Up! Stamps for, you know, $3. Well, here's the thing. First of all, they're not photopolymer. Photopolymer, you can see how my stamp is already turning color. Let me put some white behind it. See how it's already absorbing color. They make their stamps out of silicone. And silicone is meant to be used to stop leaks in a bathroom, or, you know, when you're caulking tiles or whatever. So you're not going to get a decent stamp. You're going to have to restamp things over and over just to get a decent stamp. So, you know, don't support these guys who steal the designs. Support the actual company, you know, like whether it's me or Simon Says Stamp or anybody. We're all in the same boat. And the people at these warehouse type stores that are selling supposedly Stampin' Up! Products for next to nothing, it's because they're not Stampin' Up! Products. The designs were stolen, and often they're smaller. I just stuck my thumb right in the ink. They're smaller and they're stolen. Yeah, so don't support these guys. So my card is horizontal, so I'm going to stamp this right in the middle. Cute. And I think I'm going to use these little streamers that I used before. Super cute. There, very cute. So that's going to go inside my card. So if you're just joining me, say hello, tell me where you're from. There, so this is going to go right in here. And this inside layer is 4 by 5 1/4. There you go. So there's our first alternative. So let me clean these stamps real quick here. And for my second alternative, what will I do? I really like this cake thing. And I did see a really cute card online. Let me grab my phone here. I took a picture of it so I wouldn't forget. Yeah, it's really cute. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to use one of these. And I'm going to trim this down. Quite often when I get a card base in a kit or in my paper pumpkin, I will do one card that goes the way the manufacturer decided it should go. And then I choose to make alternatives out of it. So let me see. I'm going to cut this at 3 3/4. And then I want this to be 3 3/4 too. So what I have is a 0 center ruler. So what's half of 3 3/4? 1 7/8, I think. So if I find the middle, here, let's do this. So I have it on the 5-inch line. So right now it's 5 1/2. So the middle of that would be 2 3/4. So 1, 2 3/4. So there's the middle. Let me grab a pencil. So 2 3/4. So here's 1 inch. Here's 2 inches. 1, 2, 3. So here's 2 3/4. That's the middle. So I want this to be, here, let me put this on a piece of paper so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to zoom in a little. There, so I've got a 0 center ruler and I want 1 7/8 on each side to give me 3 3/4. Because 1 7/8 is half of 3 3/4, I think. So 1 7/8 is here and here. There. Okay. So let's cut this on these lines. So I'm going to line that little pencil mark up with the track for the blade. And I'm going to turn around and do the same thing. So I've got the pencil mark in the track of the blade. Line that up at 3 3/4. So now I have a 3 3/4 inch square. Okay. So I need a piece of early espresso. If that's 3 3/4, then I need this to be 3 7/8, I think. Am I right? 3 3/4. Yeah, 3 7/8. Because I want just a little smidgen around each side. So let me cut this at 3 7/8 and see what we get. Because normally you jump up by 1/4, right? So if I did that piece in 3 3/4, then I would do this piece at 4. But I want just a tiny, tiny bit. So I'm going to go 3 7/8. And then I'm going to do this side at 3 7/8 as well. So let's see what that's going to look like. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Oops, sorry, perfect. So that works. And then what else I need from my kit are the little shiny bits for the candles. Oops. I put it on crooked. Okay. This is really cute. So I'm really excited. I got notification, what's the date today? 13th. On Monday that my paper pumpkin is on its way for November. I can't believe it's like almost the middle of November. Like, what the heck? There. Oh, that's super cute. Okay. And there is a little bit of like edging here. You know what you could do is trim off that little bit of edging too if you wanted to have a bit of gold down the side. Let's try that. Like just a smidge. I'm going to go like 1/8. Is that going to do it? I just don't want to cut off the tip of my little flames there. So I've got it at 1/8 of an inch. And I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom part. I'm going to zoom out here a little. There. So I just have it lined up at the 1/8 inch mark right here. There. So use up all your little scraps. There's tons of potential when you have the skeletons and things like this. Like, they're really, really cute. All right, so let's pop this on here. Where's my glue? It's amazing to me how quickly my desk goes straight to disaster. It does not take long. There, so this is going to go centered right on here. Like that. There. Ah, adorable. And then if you wanted to, you could put this on the sides. I don't think I will. I think I'm going to keep these 2 strips for something else. But now I have like 1/8 of an inch strip of gold foil that I can use for other things. Let me just zoom out a bit. There we go. Okay, so I need a card base, and I'm trying to remember. I'm just going to use like a basic white card base. And I did bring out some basic white thick. And I'm just going to make a couple of card bases using that. So the easiest way to make card bases, if you know you're going to be using more than one, is I always make 2 at a time. So I'm going to line up my 8.5 inch side at 4 1/4. And I'm going to use my beige colored tool on the trimmer to score the line. And then I'm going to turn it 1 turn, and I'm going to cut it in half at 5 1/2 with the dark brown blade. And so now I have 2 card bases. Okay. So I can push this aside for now. So let's fold our card base. Okay, so this is going to go on here, and this is going to go behind it. So I'm going to cut this in half. This measures 4, so I'm going to cut it at 2 inches. So you can see up here, 2 inches. And then I'm going to pop one behind, like this, and one behind down here, like this, centered. There. Cute. So let's glue these down. And I'm going to center it as well as I can without the cat hair. And I'm going to leave like 1/8 of an inch on the bottom. And I want to make sure that my 2 sides are equal, because I'm going to do the same thing at the top. So you want them straight. I'm going to do the same thing up here. So I have like 1/8 of an inch. And I want the same margin on the side, on either side. So the easiest way to see if you're straight is to use a ruler. So this needs to come over a bit. There. Make sure you're straight. There. Okay, and then I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals like that. But first I want to stamp "It's Your Birthday" under there. So let me grab my ink. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Oops. I'm just going to ink it up a little bit better. The beauty of photopolymer is that you can see if you are missing ink anywhere. So I'm going to pop that right in the middle. Perfecto. And I'm going to grab my Wink of Stella. One of these is getting kind of dry. And I'm going to Wink of Stella my candles. This looks like it has green ink on it. Here, let me just... So mine is getting a little bit dry, so I'm going to have to add some alcohol to it. But so you don't normally have to squeeze your Wink of Stella onto your workstation, but mine is getting, it's an older one and it's getting a little bit dry, so I had to give it a good squeeze. But you can see it's an alcohol marker. It's going to dry really quickly. There. Adorable. So, I don't know, can you see the shimmer? Let's see if I can. I think you can see it now. I can certainly see it, but I'm not sure if the light is picking it up. And then I'm going to, I got ink there. I'm going to have to put a bubble. I'm going to just put a little bit of Wink of Stella on the icing as well. If we're going to go glimmer, we might as well go glimmer. There. Okay, that jazzed that up a little bit. I like that. Okay, and I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. I don't think you ever have too many dimensionals, to be honest. So let's pop the backings off. Yeah, so don't forget, starting today is the annual sale. It's called the seasonal sale, and it's today, tomorrow, and the next day. And you get an extra 10% off bundles, and then 10% off papers, inks, and what else? Cardstock in the annual catalog. So not everything on the website, but the those items in the annual catalog. So check it out. You can check out my online store at there is a link below, or there will be a link below. I don't know if it's there right now, but there will be. Now I did manage to get a little bit of ink there, so I am thinking I have two options. I can either stamp one of these here, which I don't know if I want to do that, or I can take some of these little sequins that I had left over from the kit, from another kit. So we can put one down. If we don't like it, we can always take it off. So let's pop one on there and see if it's gonna disguise that, and it does. So we need a couple more. I'll put one up here. And one over here. There, and now you can't see that I had an ink spot there. Covers it up quite nicely. And then, so on the inside, we could I was going to stamp a balloon, but we don't actually have a balloon shape, so I'm not going to do that. But we could use maybe one of these balloons that I was going to use in the other card and didn't. So we could actually pop these up here with a little sentiment. What do you think of that? And then just draw. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So let's stamp the same sentiment that we had in the other card. There we are. So let's just stamp that right in the middle. That doesn't seem really stampy to me. There's not enough ink on there. It's still a new stamp. I probably should have stamped it several times more, but I think we're going to be okay. So yeah, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, I'd be more than happy to earn your business. I am trying to grow my business quite a bit here. I've mostly been a hobby demonstrator for the last 6 years, but right now I'm trying to actually make it into a viable business. So if you don't have a demonstrator, I'd be more than happy to help you out. So let's put some glue on these two balloons. Yeah, I'll put it like that. And then pop this one down here. And I'm going to take my Stampin' Right marker in Early Espresso. Just try it on a scrap. Poor thing, I haven't used this pen in a long time. And I store it sideways, so there's no ink in the... Let's try the other side. So there's lots of ink in there. I'm going to let it sit this way, but I think in the meantime, I'm going to use my black one, like a black gel pen. I'm just going to use a black gel pen. And I'm just going to draw a little bow and just draw some strings. There. So there we have the inside of that card. Super cute. So here we have the two cards that we made today. And I'm coming close to an hour, so I'm going to call it a day. But I'm going to come up with some other alternatives too and see and post them on my blog. So these are the two that we did today. The shaker card and this card here. And then on Friday, oh, where'd my other tag go? My cupcake. Oh, there it is. On Friday, I made these cards in my live that didn't go live. So this is like a window card, but it's not a shaker card, and that's where I got the idea to make the shaker card. So aren't these cute? So again, this kit is called the Sparkle, I think it's called Sparkle Birthday. Where's my instruction sheet is here somewhere. Yeah. Yes, it's called the Birthday Sparkle Kit, and it is available in the online store in the kits department. So if you think you'd like this, this is great. I am offering a kit together on Saturday, November the 30th at 10 o'clock in the morning. And it's $45. I should have printed it off because now I'm having a brain fart, but it's $45. You have until Friday to order your kit using my host code. And then once you've registered and paid for the kit, which includes the registration and the shipping and the taxes and everything, is $45. Then I will, once I get the link for the Facebook Live, that only the people who are registered will be able to join. So if you're interested in that, give me a quick email at lisa@crittersinc.com or at crittersinc@gmail.com, and I will be more than happy to give you all the details. So I'm going to thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I truly appreciate it. And thank you so much to all of my new subscribers. I'm really, really happy that you've decided to join our little group of watchers. And if you aren't already a subscriber, I'd really appreciate you subscribing. And don't forget to share this, hit the thumbs up, and yeah, pop in again. We'll see you again. Thanks so much. Bye for now.